Yo, welcome back to the Straight to the Point podcast featuring your boy Jay Best. This is episode 3, y'all, and it was a wild week 1, and we cannot wait for week 2. But before I start talking about anything, I gotta say thank you, God, for waking me up this morning, allowing me to do what I love, which is talk about sports. And if it wasn't for Him, I would not be here right now. So before we get into anything, I want to take care of some housekeeping stuff. So I want to update y'all about the podcast, things that change, things that we're gonna do. I feel like if y'all take 30 minutes out of y'all day to listen to me, then I owe y'all by keeping y'all in the loop and letting y'all know what's going on. Y'all could be watching Undisputed, watching First Take, doing any of that, but y'all chose 30 minutes of y'all day to listen to me. So I appreciate y'all. First order of business. Look, the name of the podcast, as y'all know, is Straight to the Point. STRAIGHT, then TOTHEPOINT. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. When I posted the first video on YouTube, my little brother went to go search the name of the podcast, and it was like 3 other people with the same name as me, and Straight to the Point. So with that being said, I do want to change it up a little bit and make me stand out a little more. I did come up with that name by myself. I didn't go and say, somebody named their podcast Straight to the Point, so let me name mine Straight to the Point. No. I came up with that name by myself, and we just found out the night I posted the first video that there was other podcasts with the same name as me. So we're gonna change it up a little bit. So instead of spelling out straight, so STRAIGHT, we're gonna just go STR then the number 8. Okay, so we'll go straight STR the number 8. Okay, so straight and then to the point. So I think that'll make me stand out a little bit, and hopefully that y'all. So on the YouTube channel and on the Instagram page, y'all can go and y'all will see that it is now STR8, and not spelling out the whole word straight. So y'all make sure that y'all, when y'all go and tell people about it, make sure y'all tell them STR8. And even if you look on the Instagram page, the last picture I posted, it shows STR8 on the logo. I just didn't address it till now. Okay, so remember STR8 instead of STRAIGHT. Alright, and then secondly, me and my committee decided, so the committee, the people that helped me put this podcast together, we decided that when we get to 100 subscribers, right, so it's going to take y'all to help me get to 100 subscribers, I will start bringing special guests up here, whether it's just friends, family, coaches, any former NFL players that I might know of. You never know. I'm gonna start bringing special guests onto the podcast. So y'all do y'all part for me. Y'all go and y'all tell people about the show. Let people subscribe and like and watch it. And we get to 100 and I'll start bringing special guests. If you want to be on the show, y'all just contact me and let me know, and I'll bring you up here. I'm not gonna discriminate. If you want to come up here and get your tail whooped in a friendly debate about football, basketball, whatever's going on at the time, then I am very open to that. The only problem is if you get up here and act the fool, then it's gonna be your last time up here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, I'm talking to us. Y'all know who y'all are. Don't come up here acting a fool, okay? Especially them Saints fans. Don't come up here acting a fool. This will be your last time on the show, all right? So, we might head that direction when we get to 100 subscribers. I'm gonna start bringing guests onto the show, so y'all help me out. Go spread the word. Tell people to watch and subscribe to Straight to the Point podcast. STR8 to the point. Alright, so now we got that out the way. Week 1 down the drain, y'all. Week 1 is gone, and week 2 is right around the corner, and I cannot wait. I want to see how teams react to week 1. I want to see how teams play based on how they play week 1. I want to see what coaches change and game plans. I cannot wait to see it all, okay? So last week I had a bad week. I went 5 for 10 on my game picks. So when I told y'all who to pick, who to go for, I went 5 for 10. Okay, it was pretty bad. But in my defense, 8 of those games on this weekend was decided by one possession. Okay, so whether it was a field goal or a touchdown, it was decided. It was close games. Okay, so for me to go 5 and 10 with a bunch of close games, I think that's okay. I don't think that's that bad. I didn't miss games by a lot. I missed games by field goals and by 1 point and by 6 points. So that's not bad. So 6 out of those 8 games I lost, that was one possession. So I'm gonna take a pat on the back for that. I mean, I didn't do great, but I didn't do horrible either because of the fact that all the games were pretty much close. Okay, so of course I can't go through every single game that happened this weekend. It's not possible. Even your big shows like Undisputed, First Take, things like that, they don't even go through all games. So I picked a couple games that I want to talk about today, and we're gonna start off with the huge game last night. Russell Wilson returned home to Seattle, and they actually ended up losing that game 17-16. Okay, the Broncos did lose to the Seahawks last night, and if y'all was watching that game, y'all saw that Russell Wilson didn't look great. I mean, he didn't perform and give me something to write about. You know, he had a pretty average game for Russell Wilson. It was pretty average, 29 for 42, 340 yards and 1 touchdown. It was pretty average for a Russell Wilson caliber game, and the way I thought he would play coming back home. Fellas, or even women. You know, when we break up with our girlfriend, boyfriend, our spouse, whatever, our partner, when we get a new one, right, we try to show her off a little bit. Sometimes you might be petty and you might get you a new girl, a new boyfriend, and you might come around the ex and just show them what you got that's new, right? Show them what you got now. Same thing with this situation. I thought Russell Wilson was going to come back with the Broncos and show the Seahawks, look, I left for a reason. Okay, I want to go to a team that's going to allow me to play like I want to play. I want a team that's going to let me cook. I want a team that's going to give me a chance to win because of the situation that the Seahawks are in right now. Okay, and that did not happen. The complete opposite happened. And no, it wasn't Russell Wilson's fault. It was Nathaniel Hackett's fault. For those of y'all that don't know who that is, that's the head coach for the Denver Broncos. And this is what happened. Last couple minutes of the game, the Broncos driving down the field. Okay, 17-16. All right, it's about a minute and something left, and it's 3rd and 14. They throw a dump off to Javonte Williams, and running back. He gets 9 yards on the play. Now it's 4th and 5 with 50 seconds left. Okay, they ended up letting 30 seconds burn off the clock. All right, and then they let it go down to 20 seconds. They called a timeout, kicked a 64-yard field goal, missed it. Lost the game. Jay Best, what's wrong with that? Let me tell y'all something. When you kick a 60-something yard field goal, 9 times out of 10, there's 3 seconds left on the clock. There's 2 seconds left. I can't run an extra play. Okay, that's just football common sense. If I can't run an extra play and I have to kick a 60-yard field goal, I got to do what I got to do. But if I have a choice to kick a 64-yard field goal or to go for it on 4th and 5 with Russell Wilson, this is why I paid you $245 million. This is why I traded my future for you, so you can come and make plays like this for my team in this situation. This was a perfect opportunity for him to say, this is why I got Russ. For Russ to go out there and get the first down. Or, you know what, worst case scenario, he didn't get it. And if he don't get it, it's 50 seconds on the clock. You have 3 timeouts. You can possibly get the ball back and maybe have a chance at a Hail Mary or a very long field goal. Okay, maybe probably a Hail Mary. Okay, so you had a better option with going for it versus kicking the field goal. Okay, so you let the clock run down to 20. You burn the timeout. Russell Wilson walk to the sideline shaking the head coach's hand like we did a good job. No, you didn't. Russell Wilson, he's supposed to stay out there and show them why they're paying you $245 million. This is why quarterbacks are important in this league. So in these situations, the 4th and 5s, I have somebody I can trust, and that's why they got Russell Wilson. But they did not let him do what he came there to do, which was make plays that Drew Lock couldn't make plays that Teddy Bridgewater couldn't make, and that didn't happen last night. So they ended up losing the game. Nathaniel Hackett, that was a bad call, and I'm sitting and I watched the Peyton Manning and the Eli Manning broadcast last night. During the game, and it's pretty good, so y'all should actually check that out whenever they are available on ESPN. As soon as they ran that 3rd down play, Peyton Manning sitting there trying to call a timeout for them, saying, Broncos, call a timeout. But they did not call a timeout because they wanted to kick it. Russell Wilson said at the end of the game that before that drive, the kicker said, look, get to the left hash, 64 yards. Left hash, and maybe let it be 64 yards. They got to that exact place on the field, but he ended up missing the field goal. I don't care. If I'm a head coach, I'm saying, look, Russell Wilson, go out there and make a play. Worst case scenario, you don't get it. I got 3 timeouts, 50 seconds. I could possibly get the ball back. But I'm not finna put the game in my kicker's hands when I have a $245 million worth quarterback that I need out there making these kind of plays. So I've heard some sports analysts say that Nathaniel Hackett already on the hot seat, and he coached 1 game. Right, so I mean, this is one of them games where the Broncos down the stretch. Mind you, they're in a tough division, a tough conference. You might need these games to help you get in the playoffs. You might need these games to help you win your division. And for you to lose to the Seahawks, who a lot of people have at the bottom of the list, right? In terms of good teams, you can't lose games like this, and this is going to hurt you in the future. So week 1 is not a big week, right? Don't overreact. Week 1 is just week 1, right? But games like this that you can win, right, is the game that's going to hurt you at the end, in my opinion, especially when you lose to the Seahawks. Now, in all defense to the Seahawks looked pretty good last night, right? Geno Smith looked good. He looked like an average quarterback that can get the job done. Mind you, that defense looked good too. The defense had 2 stops on the goal line, made them fumble twice, got the ball back. That is called bending but not breaking. Okay, that defense showed me a lot, especially when you only have Jamal Adams. That's the only big name, and he got hurt last night. Okay, so they played pretty good. So it's either the Seahawks defense is pretty good, or the Broncos offense have a lot of problems. Either way, do not overreact. It's week 1. I'm just saying down the line, this could actually hurt them, this week 1 loss to the Seahawks. So congrats to the Seahawks. Sorry, Russell Wilson. I know you wanted that win, but too bad. And at the end of the game, if y'all watch, Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll came to shake hands. They shook hands for like 2 seconds and walked the other way. So you know that relationship was not good whenever he left. So I know he really wanted that win. All right, the next game I'm going to pick is the Cowboys and the Bucks, 19-3. The Cowboys lost on Sunday Night Football. Cowboys, let me tell y'all are in trouble, okay? And this is why y'all are in trouble. Y'all are in trouble because it is not even the injury to Dak Prescott that I'm talking about. I'm talking about prior to that. Prior to the injury of Dak Prescott, y'all offense showed me that the question marks that I said y'all have are true. Okay, I said when I made y'all in the question mark level on my pyramid for the preseason rankings, y'all showed me Sunday night. Y'all showed me y'all don't have a number 1 receiver. Y'all showed me y'all don't have a great quarterback. And y'all showed me that y'all don't trust Zeke anymore, and that Zeke's best days are probably behind him, which is everything that I said would happen. Okay, for one, CeeDee Lamb, look, 11 targets, 2 catches, 29 yards. That's not going to cut it, especially if you're the number 1 receiver. I don't want to hear it. 3rd on the team in receiving yards. That can't happen. CeeDee Lamb is a great number 2 receiver. He's not a number 1 receiver. As much as y'all love the name CD, he's just not that guy. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, he needs a number 1 receiver beside him. Last year, he benefited. The past 2 years, he benefited from playing with Amari Cooper. Okay, he benefited from that. But you just can't do it by yourself. And people say, we got Michael Gallup coming back. We got James Washington coming back. Michael Gallup is a number 2 as well. He's not going to make CD any better, in my opinion. He's not going to help CD. Michael Gallup and James Washington are not game-changing players. They're not going to change anything. It's going to be the same thing, in my opinion. James Washington played for the Steelers for the past couple of years, and I'm telling you, you're not getting a game changer in James Washington. Maybe we didn't use him enough. Maybe he might come to y'all and might take off with his career. You never know. But from what I've seen from James Washington, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb, that receiving core is not going to be able to get the job done for Dak. Now, if you had a Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers or something like that, maybe that core could work, right? But you have a quarterback that I think is in the middle of the pack. Not elite. He's not terrible. He's in the middle of the pack. So with a middle of the pack quarterback, I gotta have an above average receiving core. And my receiving room right now does not look above average to me. It looks pretty average in my opinion. Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, they are number 1 receivers. Okay, and we know that. The defense knows that. So don't say, okay, CD getting locked up because they double teaming him, all eyes on him. I don't want to hear that. We double team. We got all eyes on Devontae, Jamar, and Justin. And they still taking care of business. So why can't CD do the same thing? Okay. Number 2, Dak. Dak just did not play good prior to the injury. Okay. 14 for 29, 134 yards, 1 interception. He did not play great. Okay, he played pretty average, which I believe he is. And then Zeke, 10 carries for 52 yards. Y'all could have ran the ball a little more. 5.2 yards a carry. If you ever get 5 or more yards a carry, keep running the ball. Okay, so my only advice to the Cowboys is to run the ball. Okay, now Dak is gone. You have to rely on Zeke and Tony. That's the only way y'all might win games over this 4-game stretch, 4-week stretch, 5-week stretch, however long until Dak gets back. Y'all have to rely on the run. The O-line is not what it used to be back in 2016, 2017, 2018. Right? You don't have Travis Frederick and Zach Martin and Tyron Smith. You don't have that no more. Okay, so the run game, if you can get it going, it can help y'all out. But if you can't, this team is stuck in mud. And defensively, you have Michael Parsons, who's a game breaker. Okay, he can create opportunities for the offense, but if the offense can't capitalize, then what's the point of having Michael Parsons? You see what I'm saying? So Cowboys, y'all are in trouble. I'm not gonna say panic. I'm not gonna say season's over. I will say y'all are in trouble. Okay. Now it's a difference between. Now I told y'all, week one you cannot judge any team in my opinion, but it's so different with the Cowboys right now because I'm looking at what y'all have to go on, and I don't think it's enough to change what we saw the other night. That's my whole point. For example, I'm about to talk about the Packers, who I think they have Aaron Rodgers first of all. So if you have a quarterback like that, you can always win games. Okay, that's for one. And then they have a two-headed monster with AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. That two-headed monster is better than y'all two-headed monster with Zeke and Tony Pollard. Correct? Aaron Rodgers has no chemistry with his receivers right now. He skipped OTAs. Okay, he didn't play preseason, so he has no chemistry with receivers. And receivers are dropping passes. So this offense and their O-line, they're missing the best left tackle in David Bakatari. And they're missing Elton Jenkins, the two starting O linemen. They're missing them, and that played a big part in Sunday's game with Zadarius Smith and Daniel Hunter causing pressure all day on Aaron Rodgers. So I'm looking at a team that O line is hurt. Their receivers have no chemistry with the quarterback, and they have two running backs that are nice, and they have a good running game because they had 45 rushing yards at 49 a pop. They had 94 yards between those two combined and 15 carries. Overall, they had 18 rushes for 111 yards, 6.2. What I'm saying is the potential is there. I'm looking at the Packers. Let's say we're playing chess, okay? I'm looking at the Packers chessboard. I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys chessboard. I'm looking at the pieces the Packers have to work with. I'm looking at the pieces that the Cowboys don't have to work with. You see what I'm saying? The Packers have things that I'm looking at and I'm saying, okay, they can improve with that. With the Cowboys, I'm looking at it like, okay, this is what y'all got. This is what y'all got to make work. When in all reality, I don't think it will. So like I said, I'm not saying the season's over, but what I am saying is y'all better figure it out. Y'all better figure it out fast. My best guess is trust Zeke. See if Zeke still got a little left in the tank. Trust Zeke and Tony Pollard and run the ball to help the pass game open up. Okay, Packers and Vikings. Let's get into that game. The Packers, they like I said, they're missing two of their best home linemen, and the Vikings got 4 sacks. You see how that resembles? No shade to the Vikings, though. The Vikings have Daniel Hunter and Zadarius Smith, two great pass rushers who I think, once again, in this league, you got a good pass rush, you got a good quarterback, and you are perfect. Okay, they have a great pass rush. And I think that Kirk Cousins, if he can maintain how he's playing, once again, it's one game. Don't get it twisted. But 23 of 32, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns with the weapons he have. With the Justin Jefferson, 9 catches, 184 yards, touchdown. With Dalvin Cook, 108 yards in total, right? He's a dual threat running back. When you have those weapons, it makes your job a lot easier, Kirk. So, Kirk, just take care of the ball. Don't make any big mistakes. Your defense has a nice pass rush, so y'all can get after the quarterback, which will help the secondary out. This Vikings team is nice, okay? I'm not going to say championship caliber, Super Bowl caliber, but they definitely are playoff caliber, in my opinion. They showed it on Sunday when they played the Packers. Like I said, Packers run the ball more, let Aaron Rodgers gel with his receivers, let that chemistry build up, okay? They're dropping passes and everything. Let that chemistry build. And then on top of that, let your O-lineman get back healthy. And I think this Packers team will be perfect. And they have a weak schedule, so I think that schedule along the way will help them win games and possibly win their division. These two teams are definitely fighting for their division. The Vikings showed me on Sunday, because you can't just blame Aaron Rodgers in the offense, right? The Packers have a good defense. People say they're going to be top 5, and you saw what the Vikings did. Kevin O'Connell coming from the Rams offense is going to help this offense a lot because guess what? Cooper Kupp last year, the way he ran routes, the way he got open, the plays, the formations, all that, Kevin O'Connell and Sean McVay drew that up. Sean McVay, the head coach for the Rams. Kevin O'Connell was the OC for the Rams. Now he's the head coach for the Vikings. And you saw his creativity by getting Justin Jefferson open. Even though the team knows, look, Justin Jefferson is their best player, he's still getting open. That shows you the capability that Kevin O'Connell has to draw up plays. So this team is in good hands, and it's all on Captain Kirk, in my opinion. Okay, last year Captain Kirk started off 918 yards, 5 touchdowns in his first 3 games. So he got to a hot start last year. So don't let the hot start fool you. Let's see how he does along the way. That's why I say don't judge anybody this early. Next game I'm going to go over is the Steelers and the Bengals. Man, if y'all watch that game, I lost about 5 years of my life watching that game because of the stress, the high blood pressure, and the heart pain, chest pain I had watching that game. Okay, 23-20 overtime thriller. Okay, the Steelers. Look, the positive thing I'm gonna take out of it is the defense. The defense, we caused 7 sacks and 5 turnovers. Okay, our defense is legit. I told y'all this the first episode. Sorry. Adding Brian Flores is so underrated to me. You have 2 head coaches on this roster that specialize in defense. That makes our defense legit, given the players that we have. So you have 2 defensive-minded good coaches coaching a defense that has T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Miles Jack, Minka Fitzpatrick. This defense is loaded. And mind you, T.J. Watt got hurt. T.J. Watt got hurt with a torn pec. He tore the muscle, but he didn't tear the tendon. So he'll be back in 6 weeks. You know what I say? Bump it. Keep him out to the bye week. The bye week is week 9. Do not bring him back week 8, week 7. Bring him back after the bye week. Let him be fully healthy because I think this defense can compensate for him. You can't replace him, but you can compensate for TJ Watt. You can bring extra blitzes. We have Alex Highsmith, who's a man of his own. Yes, TJ Watt draws all the attention, and that helps everybody else, but Alex Highsmith had 3 sacks on Sunday. That's not all because of TJ Watt. Cameron Hayward had a sack. Also had a fumble recovery. Our defense is nice and stacked. And I think that without TJ, we can still manage to win games. Over this next stretch of, I said sit him out till week 9. So over these next 7 games, we have the Patriots, the Browns, the Jets, the Bills, the Bucks, and Dolphins. We can definitely go for, and the Eagles, sorry. We can definitely go 4-3 over that stretch, in my opinion. So I think we're in good hands. Offensively, we just got to bring it. Offensively, the Steelers, we play so conservative. It's like we play not to lose versus playing to win, if that makes sense. So I think we need to open the playbook up. Let us see Mitch's limitations, okay? Ben limited us last year because he didn't have the arm and didn't have the legs he used to have. Now we have a quarterback that can move, that has a stronger arm, and we should be able to open the offense up with Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, and Najee Harris. You'll be able to open up this pass game, which will help the run game out a little bit. We want to depend on Najee. We got to create a pass game so teams can respect us. I heard the commentators say so many times that the Bengals are so far up, they're not worried about the pass. Hey, that means pass the ball. Okay, so these are things that I cannot overreact about. I got to give my offensive coordinator and Mr. Trubisky time to gel going forward, right? And if not, then hey, Kenny Pickett, get in there and do your thing. Okay, but defensively, it will help us. Defense will help us win a lot of games if the offense doesn't turn it around. Okay, Bengals, do not overreact. Do not overreact. Y'all offensive line is brand new. Y'all went and y'all got 4 new linemen. Y'all are playing an elite defensive front with the Steelers. So do not be discouraged. Y'all gave up 7 sacks, but look who y'all playing week 1. Okay, so y'all have time to get that together. Next week, y'all have the Cowboys. That'll be y'all revenge game based off what happened this week. And then y'all lost y'all second best receiver in the second quarter, okay? And y'all came back into a game. Y'all was down 17-3. Y'all came back into that game. Y'all made it a game. So I believe y'all woke up towards the second half. But I'm not going to discredit the Steelers defense. Steelers defense played great. And I'm not going to discredit y'all because y'all played great at the end. So that was just a great game all the way around. Luckily, we came out with the win. I told y'all pick the Bengals on paper. I still, if we play the Bengals next week, I would do the same thing. Okay, because the Bengals are legit, and I still have them as championship contenders on my list. All right, the next game, Raiders and Chargers. Okay, 19-24. The Chargers took the win, took the W. Okay, the Chargers defense is legit. They are legit. With Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, it's something about 2 pass rushers playing together, man. Khalil Mack, we thought was on the end of his career. He came out there the other day causing pressure, causing havoc on Derek Carr. And that's because of Joey Bosa as well. So with a pass rush and a quarterback, they got a pass rush, they got Justin Herbert. You can win in this league. Okay, Justin Herbert went 26 of 34, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those are perfect numbers. Those are great numbers, actually. Keenan Allen, his best receiver, at 4 catches, 66 yards. He got hurt. And Mike Williams, his second best receiver, didn't even get involved. He only had 2 catches for 10 yards. So that shows you that this team, over time, will begin to disperse the ball, to spread the ball out, and his offense might just be unstoppable. Okay, but I'm not going to turn. And then the defense caused 3 turnovers. But I'm not going to look away from the Raiders. I'm not going to do it. The Raiders, I still believe, can make a Super Bowl run. I picked them to make a Super Bowl run. I still think they can because Derek Carr has weapons this year, and he has a run game, and this is why. Derek Carr went 22 of 37, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's going to kill you all the time. You cannot throw 3 interceptions. He even came back after the game and said, look, I played too aggressive. He did. He was force-feeding Devontae the whole game, and you don't have to. You have 3 great weapons. Don't force-feed one player. Let everybody else eat. Okay, Josh Jacobs had 10 carries for 57 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. I told y'all, if you can get 5 yards a carry, keep running the ball. Make the defense step up and stack the box, and then you throw the ball. I don't care if you have a great passing offense or not. If you can run the ball, run the ball. Okay, Devontae Adams showed y'all he's still the best receiver in the league. He had 10 catches, 141 yards, and 1 touchdown. Darren Waller had 4 catches, 79 yards. Hunter Renfrow had 3 catches, 21 yards. I have a problem with that because Devontae Adams, we know you're the best. Derek Carr, we know he's the best. Stop force feeding him. Okay, one of his picks, I watched it live. He threw a jump ball to him basically with 3 people around him. You can't do that. Do not force feed Devontae. You still have 2 other receivers. People say Aaron Rodgers force feeded Devontae, right? But that's because Aaron Rodgers didn't have a Darren Waller or a Hunter Renfrow, somebody that was going to make plays on their own. Derek Carr, you have that. Spread the ball around. And this is what I mean by spread the ball around. Devontae Adams had 17 targets. Okay, Hunter Renfrow had 6. Darren Waller had 6. That's a big gap between 6 and 17, especially when it comes to targets. Okay, I want all of them to have around 10, 8, 9 targets. Devontae is that guy. Do not get it twisted. But if you want to win games versus stat pad, you got to spread the ball around. Make the defense guess. I don't want the defense saying, okay, we got a triple team Devontae. Because they triple team Devontae, Hunter and Darren should be wide open. So Derek Carr will learn over time. Once again, this is the team I'm looking at. They have the chess pieces. I want to see if their coach can move the pieces right. If Derek Carr can move the pieces in the right direction to win games. This is the team I'm looking at with weapons, with potential. And this is why I said the Cowboys need to panic because they don't have these weapons. They don't have this potential. Okay, so I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just looking at teams and saying, look, these teams have chances because of what they have. And the Cowboys, y'all, like I said, Dak Prescott, y'all worried about Dak Prescott being hurt, but when he was healthy, y'all didn't look good. Now he's hurt, and now what y'all gonna do with Cooper Rush, right? So I keep bringing up the Cowboys, let y'all know that week 1 you don't overreact. But when I'm looking at a team that doesn't have anything that tells me that over time they can get better, then you got to react to that. But to the Raiders, the Packers, the Bengals, teams like that, you know they're gonna be just fine. Just so happen they played the Vikings. Just so happen they played the Chargers and they played the Steelers. Okay, so like I said, you can't overreact over week 1, but at the same time, you can look at teams and say, okay, y'all need to do something now or it's going to get ugly. Okay, so Cowboy Nation, y'all need to do something now or it's going to get ugly. Get that run game going. All right. Thursday night football, y'all. In a couple days, we got the Chargers visiting the Chiefs. I cannot wait for this game because it's a division clash. Okay, these 2 teams are about to go at it. And the only reason why I'm picking the Chargers, even though Mahomes played a perfect game the other day. 30 for 39, 360 yards and 5 touchdowns. Look, Mahomes showed us that he is still a top 3 quarterback, top 2 quarterback in this league, even without Tyreek Hill. Okay, he threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Well, 5 touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Okay, that shows he can spread the ball around. This is what I mean. Once again, I'm looking at Mahomes. I'm looking at Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott had Mahomes receivers, it wouldn't be the same. This is what I'm saying. The Cowboys, y'all need a weapon. Y'all need weapons around Dak to help him out because he's not a Mahomes. Okay, Mahomes, he did this without Tyreek Hill, and they can definitely get to the playoffs without Tyreek Hill from what I saw the other day. Okay, once again, I'll overreact week 1. All right, but I will, and they beat the Cardinals 44-21, so it wasn't even that close of a game. But I will pick the Chargers only because the Chargers just got out of a divisional game with the Raiders. It was tough. It was hard fought. It was a tough game. Now, you already been through a storm, right? So now you know how to prepare for another storm you're about to go into. You know how to get through that. The Chiefs, on the other hand, is a good team, but will they be able to be a hungry and a team that's coming for the division? Look, people are coming for the Chiefs this year, especially in that division because the Chiefs been ruling that division for the past couple of years now. Okay, so I'm looking at a Chargers team that is hungry, and I think that them beating the Raiders gave them a whole lot of confidence to go into Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs. Okay, all right, so y'all know My next episode is on Friday. Okay, I will be recapping what happens on Thursday night. So Thursday night, I got the Chargers. Pick the Chargers. Okay, bet on the Chargers. I believe in Justin Herbert. I do. I believe in his offense. Even if Keenan Allen does not play, I still believe in his offense. All right, so I got the Chargers on Thursday night. Okay, I will see y'all again on Friday. Okay, Friday night, I will see y'all. Don't forget, straight to the point, STR, the number 8, to the point. Okay, and 100 subscribers, I will have guests on my show. All right, so look, y'all be careful over these next couple of days. I'll see y'all again on Friday. Y'all stay blessed. Much love. I'm out.